just literally just fell for that. Oh, wow.
Well, you know what? In fairness, I can be very sarcastic, and that was
Oh,
what
me too, but I didn't even catch that.
I
See,
was.
I'm sarcastic with a side of gullible.
The Fred Minnick Show is brought to you by Michter's and 291 Colorado Whiskey.
And joining the Fred Minnick Show is Rachel Lorin. Rachel, how are you? It's good to see you.
I am good. It's good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me. It's quite
Yeah,
the honor.
I am so excited. Your publicist reached out to me. You've got some new stuff coming out. You got some cool stuff you're doing. And I was like,
Yes.
I wonder if Rachel likes to drink whiskey. So I just
I
asked.
do. I really, really, really do. anything alcoholic, I never kick out of bed, as they say. But whiskey happens to be one of my favorites. Cognac, dark liquor has always been. It's been a thing for me because my dad actually used to drink it all the time, and when I was just a baby, he would put it on my gums when I was teething.
Oh,
So, you know,
wow.
yeah. So like, I've always just absolutely loved brown liquor, always. So
You know, you
you
can
hit
get in
the
trouble
nail on the head.
you can get in trouble these days for putting whiskey on the gums. It is a
Tell me
little
one.
yeah, it's a
This was
little
in the 90s, though, when you can get away with things still.
I know. I mean, in all honesty, you could smoke around a baby back then. You know,
True story.
you could put. I mean,
I mean, I turned out all right.
I know.
But
And like today, like we have a 7-year-old in Kentucky law. You have to put him in a booster. I'm like, man, when I was 7, I was riding in the back of pickup trucks and through potholes and
what,
everything.
a booster, really? It's 7?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Gosh, shows how disconnected I am from the world.
Well,
I did not know.
you're a little busy making music,
I
and
am.
doing like
Yes.
modeling stuff. So you're kind of like, you're kind of a big deal. So,
Well, so are you. I just familiarized myself with your page the other night, and I was like, wow, your life doesn't suck. That's for sure.
well, my liver would argue with you at times, saying like, "Listen, man, you need to give us you need to give me a break here today, bud."
No, 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 no. Liver
Well,
schmiver.
I am very excited because I sent you some personal favorites.
Yeah, I
We are all
shocked.
over the place here. So what I sent you Foursquare 2008. This is one of my
You
favorite rums of all time.
did?
So we're
Yeah.
going to Barbados for a little bit, and then we're going to head on over to Scotland and to Islay with
Oh,
some Lagavulin 16-year-old. Going to bring you
wow, I like
back
how you say that.
Gonna bring you back to Kentucky with a little bit of a Willett pot still. So you got a little Willett pot still there. And then we're going to round it out, heading on over to Colorado with 291 Colorado
Woo!
whiskey,
You're gonna get me
finished
drunk at
in
2. Well, it's
Aspen
5. It's
Stays.
5 somewhere. It's 5 p.m. somewhere,
That's exactly
right?
right. And Rachel, I have to imagine, too, that a little libation, you might just get like a song in your head. You could get like a special rhythm going. I could see some
I'll let
like
you know.
music magic going on.
I'll let you know. I'm actually currently battling an ear infection as of yesterday. I'm like, why can't I hear anything? And why am I so dizzy? And like, I'm going to the clinic literally right after this. I'm going to be drunk. I'm going to be like, yeah, I have an ear infection. And I'm also wasted. So help me out. It'll be
Well,
fun.
or the whiskey may fix it. You never know.
That's true, actually. Alcohol alcohol solves a lot of issues. Disinfectants.
It absolutely does. And we're going to go ahead and start with
Yes. The rum, right?
woo.
Bless you.
Thank you. We're going to start with the Willett. So we're going to start in Kentucky.
Oh, we're going that way. Okay.
We're going to go
All
that
right.
way.
Okay.
I changed my mind in the middle of it while I was showing them to you.
What is a pot? I mean, you're gonna have to educate me a little bit. I've never heard of pot still, ever.
So a pot still
Mm-hmm.
it means something different, and the style of whiskey means something different in Ireland. But there's the actual contraption. One of the
Mm-hmm.
contraptions that they use to make whiskey is called a pot still,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Okay.
basically like a pot or like a kettle, and it'll be heated, and it's how the spirit is made. So it condenses the alcohol into a spirit. So
That's
it comes
fascinating.
into it as like a beer, and then it's heated, and it goes through a worm, and it spits out as a clear liquid. And so that's what a pot still is. There's also like a column still, which is continuous. A pot still has to be like cleaned and fixed up a little bit more regularly than a column
I
does.
will never remember any of what you just said, but it's quite fascinating. But if anyone actually asks me, I'm going to be like, ask Fred, because I really don't know.
Well, and who knows? You may incorporate it into a song at some point. When
True.
pot
That's
still.
true. I mean, I am coming out with a song soon called "Shoot a Man," and that one kind of takes place, bar scene, stick 'em up,
Mm.
So I'm definitely in that realm of.
Now, is this song based on experience? Like you saw a fella that you like hated and you just had to shoot him, or I mean,
No, although but no. Actually, it's totally fictional. It's very house type song. It's just for fun. Um, you know, I'm excited about it because it was like an acting job for me. It was really cool. I got to kind of escape and write about this fantasy. And
mm.
that one's not next. A song called "Trigger" is next, and that is also kind of Western cowgirl themed. But yeah, a lot going on. But
Well,
cheers
cheers
with my
indeed.
special glass.
Cheers. So this
I
is the
love it.
Glencairn, and we're drinking bourbon here. So this is Kentucky bourbon. And when this went into the
Woo.
barrel, it is clear as the water from your tap. So every single day it's in that barrel, it's working in and out of that wood, and the wood gives it all of its color and the majority of its flavoring.
Oh my God, the
And so
things that you're telling me,
I'm here to
that's chocolate.
here to educate.
Educate,
And then
educate.
when you
Can I
smell,
drink it? Yeah,
you're
I
like
smelled it.
you're like okay,
I smelled it
shut
when
up,
I opened
Fred.
the
Can I drink it
bottle.
now?
Can I?
When you
It
smell
smells
it,
amazing.
try it with smelling with your mouth open now. See if it smells differently.
It's very different.
And then when you taste it,
No,
you want to feel it on the tip of your tongue and kind of see it work itself back.
okay. You first. Show us how it's done.
Oh, that's
Woo!
tasting mighty fine right now.
It's gonna put hair on my chest. My God, that's crazy strong. It's good, but it's strong. Wow, that's a good one. Oof, that's like a nice little after dinner. Let's have some fun. Drink.
That is so
I
that
like it.
is Willett pot still. Now, what do you
Mhm.
normally drink when you're like on the road performing?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Hennessy. Hennessy.
Hennessy? Like
Hennessy.
the cognac? Yeah, that's good stuff.
I drink
I've been there. It's
Hennessy.
great.
Yeah, I mean, I like Hennessy. I like Courvoisier. My dad got me into that. I like little what? Grand Marnier. I
Hmm.
really like it. I try not to drink super, too much when I'm on tour, only because it just is not good for my voice. But
Mm.
when I'm kicking back, Hennessy is usually the way to go for me.
Are
Yeah.
you are you looking at like getting booked? Like, are things starting to open back up for you a little bit?
They are. I'm actually, knock on wood, potentially looking at a very, very, very large tour coming up in September. Going to be like a co-headlining situation. Very excited about it. I don't want to jinx anything yet, but I
Yeah,
think that it's going to actually happen.
that's
So
awesome.
fingers crossed. But I'm looking forward to Rockfest in July, which is going to be really huge. This will be my third time, I want to say, performing there. You know, it's every single year. It's insane. There's like 80,000 people, and
Yeah.
I'm blessed to do more than one show every time I go. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good to be back on stage. It's gonna feel weird because I haven't been on stage over a year. I mean, it's been probably a year and a half at this point, which is insane.
And maybe you can sing when in September you can sing the new "Shoot a Boy" or "Shoot a Man" song.
Yes, I will. Well, at that point it will be out, so I will be singing that.
Now, when you sing this on stage, are you gonna do like the little like gun thing, or are you gonna have like a side pistol on you, or?
Well, with how sensitive people are right now with guns and things like that, no, probably not. But the actual music video, it's very fun. I can't tell you too much, but
okay.
There are guns in that one, so yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, Ozzy Osbourne once ate a bat on stage, so like, I mean, I think you won't get too.
I won't be eating any birds or winged creatures, but you never know. I might up the weird factor eventually, but
things change, Rachel. You just never
things
know.
do change. I mean, if you want to bring fried chicken on stage, it's a little different than a bat, but yeah. So no bats for me.
All right, now you brought up fried chicken. I think fried chicken and bourbon go great together. I mean, don't you think
I would agree.
Don't you think that we just tasted we go some good fried chicken?
Absolutely. Like fried chicken and waffles even.
Oh, oof. Man. Little honey drizzled over that.
Hell yeah. I'm from the South, and my mom's from Texas, so anything Southern, anything fried is okay by me. Fried pickles, fried anything, that would go just fine with it.
What about fried okra? You a fan of fried okra?
Big fan.
Oh man, I could eat that all day.
Right? You know what I had the other day, which was really good, was fried artichoke.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I can see that being good. I don't think I've had that.
It was very good. Yeah, I recommend it.
So here we are. The Fred Minnick Show is now brought to you by the American Heart Association. Here we're clogging arteries here on this show. So
no comment. Oh my God!
Just kidding. Yeah. The American Heart Association is not affiliated with the
okay, I was like,
the fried fat hour here. So.
Fascinating. Wow, I just literally just fell for that. Oh wow.
Well, you know what? In fairness, I can be very sarcastic, and that was.
Oh, me too, but I didn't even catch that. See, I'm sarcastic with a side of gullible, so it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It only works when I'm sarcastic.
Well, now you know, going in for the rest of this interview, I'm a bit of a smart ass. So just you go, be prepared for it. Be prepared to to go.
We'll have a smart ass off. Yeah.
We'll get, and it's a smart ass face off. And now, I think now so here we are. Let's talk about the flavor of the Willett a little bit. What did you pick up? What was the flavor you picked up?
It was a little smoky, which I like. Smoky, had a little kick at the back end more than the front. Okay. I enjoyed it. It went down smooth, but I would say that's no joke. That one. That is something that I would probably not have with dinner. I'd probably have it after dinner. When I'm ready to get a little feisty. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Feisty.
Definitely.
Feisty Rachel
that's
with the
feisty
Willett.
Drink right there.
All right.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, so we're going to stay in the American whiskey category, but we're going to head on over to Colorado and crack open that big bottle of 291 you got right there.
Got it.
And
this is a nice bottle right here. Oh, it's about the size of my body. Ooh, this one smells nice.
Now make sure you look at the proof. This is going to be packing some heat.
Really? Wow.
133 proof, my bottle says. What's yours? I think we have different bottles.
Uh, does that say 131?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it would say.
That is what it says. 65.5% alcohol. Wow. Wow.
So we may be getting you in that little bit more of a feisty zone.
Yeah,
This
I would
one,
say so. Yeah.
this one does have that.
Woo!
You pulled out that smoky flavor in the Willett. This
Yeah,
one
this
is
one is not as smoky.
this one's finished with
Oh,
aspen staves in Colorado.
oh
So
wow.
so it has a
I love
natural.
Colorado. Big fan.
It's beautiful. Do you
It
like
is
to ski?
beautiful.
Do you
I'm
go
a big
skiing?
I love skiing. Yes, I'm a skier, not a snowboarder.
See,
Mm-mm.
skiing scares. I can't do it. Like I'm afraid I'm going to snap a leg or something.
You know what's interesting is, I feel like skiing is if you're careful and you're safe and go slow and take your time, even if you fall, the ski automatically pops off most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, so you're not going to snap anything. You kind of just roll, and it's on snow, so you don't really. I mean, my biggest injury was when somebody else clipped me. It wasn't it wasn't a fall on, that was my fault. There was a beginner snowboarder on a black diamond, and he was going like super duper fast and ran smack into me and dragged me down the mountain for like 20 feet. And I got pretty hurt that day. So I would say, I'm more afraid of other people than actually injuring myself because of myself, you know.
I hear you. So
So I think
basically,
you'd be all right.
so just stay away from other people's. You find
Yeah.
rent a whole mountaintop. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
If I rented a whole mountaintop, I mean, knowing my
You
luck,
could get drunk.
I'd probably just like, be drinking this 291 and like, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah. Actually, they do that. Like the top lodges, they'll have Irish coffees and things like that. I'm like, that can't be a good idea, when you're skiing, but
Mm.
they do it. Cheers.
Cheers. I skipped ahead of
Ooh,
you.
I do. Yeah, I saw that. I love the smell of this one. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That's got a bite. It's got like a spice to it.
I mean,
Woo!
it's packing some heat on there, Rachel.
Wow, that is like my tongue's on fire. I wasn't expecting that because the smell was very soft. But wow, that's like, whoa, that is stronger than the other one. That shocked me. And you know what's weird? I taste like a little bit of like a red wine taste afterwards.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
taste that?
I mean, I've always get a lot of cherry
Yeah.
in this bottle. So yeah, it's
Oof,
a smoking
very good.
cherry. You've
Yeah.
got your hit song Kerosene keeps
Mm.
is I hear that all the time. It's doing very well, and
I'm actually celebrating today because, shockingly, the day we picked this interview, it just hit 1 million streams on Spotify, which is awesome for
what?
me. I know, because that's like that's my first million streams on anything, and it's at 12 million views on YouTube, and I just hit 100,000 followers on Spotify. My brain exploded. I was in the hair salon and I was just crying.
That's
I
so
called my mom,
awesome.
I called my boyfriend. I'm like, I was just a wreck. Like, guys, y'all better take me out tonight. So
That's
I'm
so
I'm I'm
awesome.
definitely over the moon right now.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
it's a great song, and
And
unfortunately, I did not contribute to any of the Spotify downloads, but I've been jacking it up on Apple.
I'm
So
actually, so believe it or not, I have a Spotify account, like with an artist account, but I don't use Spotify. I use Apple.
yeah,
I use
same.
Apple Music, and I use iTunes. Like I'll go buy the song, and support the artist. And
Hmm.
even Apple streams do better, than but for the artist's sake
Yeah.
than Spotify does.
Well,
So
yeah, and it's like I can't remember who testified before Congress, but they said something like they got so many downloads
Yeah.
and they made $20, and it was like
Yeah.
I think it was Peter
Taylor Swift
Frampton.
was the first to Pete Frampton, but Taylor Swift was the first to say anything, and that's when Spotify first actually came out, and she's like, I don't want any of my music on here, and
Mm.
and there was a whole backlash on that, and there still is, because it really doesn't really do anything for an artist. Like, because of Spotify, the only way you make money at this point is touring, merch, endorsements, but definitely not through streaming anymore.
Yeah, and and you take touring out, like it's happened in the last year, and it's
Hmm.
like I've known a lot of artists that it's been hard, and
Yeah,
and
it's
if
been
you're an
very hard.
and if you're an artist that's not signed, or you're not, you're looking to still really kind of, get discovered,
Yeah,
which you're past
yeah.
that, you're past that
Well,
point.
what's interesting is I don't have a label. I was signed at one point, and it was just not a good deal for me. It didn't make sense. I
Mm.
just kind of jumped on the bandwagon because I wanted to be signed. But I was like, no, 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 and I ran away from that within 6 months. And I kind of did everything on my own.
That's awesome.
With the support of my parents until my dad, passed away. And that's how I did it. I just worked my butt off, toured a lot in the trashiest of trashy places, and I busted my butt, and I feel like that's just the right way to do it. Even being put on playlists it's even more important than being on the radio these days. Like,
Yeah.
it's changed, the market's changed, everything's changed. You're trying to keep up with a music industry that's forever changing. You figure out the formula, and then a day later it's a completely different formula. So nobody
Well,
really has to figure it out, I don't think.
I mean, it's like that. Anybody who is in the artist business or personality business, it's like everything is always changing, the algorithms and everything. But the one thing,
Always.
and the thing is, if you're chasing that carrot all the time, you're gonna burn yourself out.
You're running in a circle.
And you have to believe in yourself and love what you do, and
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
and that's just pouring out of you. You can see that, like I
Thank you.
it comes through in your music, and it comes through in your very vibrant Instagram page. You're very
Very vibrant, it's very colorful.
you're very you have a lot of personality, and it shows. So,
Thank
and
you. Well, I gotta tell you, it's frustrating. I mean, I love the team. They're incredible, but I have like 40 plus songs I want to release, and it's all about scheduling and this and that. When my dad passed away in 2019, Thanksgiving, I wrote a song within 3 weeks. Goodbye, I wrote in 3 weeks after he passed away, and it just got released a week ago. And it's all about timing, and it drives me absolutely mad because I have so much music, albums worth, and it's about teaming up and getting together and saying, yeah, but we have to be strategic, we have to strategize how we're going to do this, and blah 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 blah. And it took a year and a half to put my dad's song out, and
wow.
that's frustrating as hell, because since then I've written, you know 15 more songs that are lined up, to be released. So it's really, it's an interesting thing, being an artist and having a team and planning things like that out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm told all the time that I need to slow down, and I'm like, well, I've already done 5 projects since you said slow down, so catch up.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what they keep telling me. Like, I already did like 7 music videos way in advance, and I'm like, when are we releasing it? When are we releasing it? They're like, slow down, one thing at a time, one thing once a month. It's like, it's so frustrating when you just want to keep, putting out content.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's the truth, but also I think there is something to be said for people who can multitask and keep going and going and going and going.
Totally. Yeah.
So don't
It
don't
keeps the brain going.
yeah. So
Yeah.
as we go to now, we're going to go over to Scotland. Kind of
Hmm.
stay. We're going to kick it up a notch in the smoky profile, and we're going
Uh-oh.
to
How do you
have
say this one again?
Lagavulin. Lagavulin.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you say that.
So
Lagavulin. Hmm.
Lagavulin. There you go. Well, that was on there good.
This one's on there real good. Woo, gotta put my back into that one. Wow. Oh my God, that is smoky. That's the epitome of smoky right there. Wow. Wow, that's incredible, that smell.
So this is
Woo.
that smoke comes from decayed vegetation called peat. They use that smoke it during the malting process.
Wow.
Of the barley.
What inspired you to educate yourself so much on these brown liquors?
Well, I went to I was a junior in high school, and I went to my counselor, and I said, I like to drink, and like, oh well, here's the course. No, so my story really, like, it kind of begins. I got home from Iraq, and the only job I could get was as a food editor, and
Oh my goodness.
and I took that job, and I knew crap about food, and other than
But you got to judge people. I love that.
and then I when you read about food, you eventually read about alcohol, and at the same time, I was in some therapy for PTSD, and I started practicing mindfulness and applied it to tasting things, and it just
Wow.
I wrote about bourbon, and people kept wanting more stories about bourbon. It just kind of took off, and I wrote books, and next thing I know, I'm interviewing Rachel Lorin. So it's here we are.
Well, I'm quite fascinated that you've made such a career for yourself off this. It's congratulations.
Well,
and cheers
thank
to
you.
you because amazing. Very fascinating. Cheers. This one is very smoky. It's wow. I'm letting that one breathe for a minute. It's really smoky. Ooh, that's like a guy's drink. I mean, listen, I can hold my own, but whew,
it's bringing it.
I feel like I need to wear a flannel right now and go chop some wood. This is like full on. All right. Wow.
What kind of music does this Lagavulin 16-year-old remind you of?
Let me think about it. Probably like REM or like something like that. Like I want to play Losing My Religion to this.
Oh wow.
I think. Yeah. Wow, that's I really like that one. It's interesting. It's not as spicy as the other one. This one, it actually is really smooth. I was not expecting that.
So this one, you're finding this to like the smoke is not overwhelming. It's kind of you just kind of
not at all.
Yeah, right on.
The smell is more overwhelming than the taste. 100%. Like I really like that one. Yeah.
So this
like if I wanted this at a bar, they sell this.
Yeah, yeah. So some other ones. The area is called Isla, so it's ISLAY. And so if you like this flavor profile, and say like, pardon me, but do you have any scotch from Isla? And
wow. I would really impress people probably.
I mean, they'd be like, this girl knows what's up. So
she knows her stuff. You know what I'm really getting into is like German beer.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm a big fan.
I love German beer.
Me too.
I just like if I drink too much beer, I mean, I wouldn't fit in this room. I mean, that shit
you and me both.
It goes straight to my hips,
Yeah.
It's the
a minute on the lips, forever on the hips, they say. What my grandma always said, and that stuck with me every time I ate a Hershey's bar, and I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to pay for that one.
So you overall right now, the Lagavulin 16-year-old, is that the leader in the clubhouse for you?
That's the leader. Okay. Yeah, at first it was the first one we did,
Willett?
Yeah, thank you. The pot still thingy. Mm-hmm. I have no clue, but that one's my favorite. This smoky thing. I'm gonna ask for that whenever I go to a bar now because that is, oof. The
that's what.
smell scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this one, but I really like that one.
Well, that's what this show is all about. It's all about like introducing you to new stuff and educating
Prizes.
folks. Love it.
Yeah, I really like that.
So
Really.
when I listen to your music, I was curious. Were
Mhm.
you a big Stevie Nicks fan? Like kind of growing
Funny
up?
you asked me that. You know what's interesting? Yes, but I wouldn't say that I was a massive fan. I didn't mind her. But I think growing up, I was more inspired by men, guy singers that could do the impossible, like the Rob Halfords,
Hmm.
Led Zeppelin was probably one of my favorite bands, and yeah, I love Judas Priest. I loved Journey. I loved classic rock growing up. My mom played every single record you can imagine on my way to school every single day. I never listened to pop radio growing up, so
That's
I
awesome.
pretty much was trained, to those high octave guy singers, and that's kind of what made my voice the way it is now. It's just living, hearing those big voices. It inspired me because I was able to do it. I just love that music. There's something about it. It's very very powerful, and it's timeless.
That's awesome. So what's you mentioned Steve Perry and Journey. What's your favorite Journey song?
Ugh. What's so funny? I would always cover "Wheel in the Sky," and that's definitely one of them. But I love the obscure stuff he did, like "Why Can't This Night Go On Forever?"
Hmm.
Most beautiful romantic song, and his voice in it just gives me the chills every single time on that record. Well, it's so beautiful. I was actually in a Journey cover band when I was like 18 or something, and I knew all the Journey songs. Oh my goodness. Granted, the concerts were in front of 16, 70-year-old women, but it was fun for me. Separate ways, all that stuff.
An
Don't stop
audience, an
believing.
audience
Gotta
is
move
an
faster.
audience.
Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, it's true. I love Journey, and I got the pleasure of taking my dad to see them with the new singer Arnel Pineda, and it was absolutely incredible,
That's
truly
awesome.
incredible. We saw them at Barclays Center, in New York, so it's fantastic.
That's
They
awesome.
Yeah, they headline, and Santana actually opened for them. Incredible.
It's hard to imagine Santana opening for anybody. Like people open for him. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah. What was really interesting is like half of the stadium or arena walked out after Santana was done. I'm like,
Wow.
y'all weren't here for Journey, really? I was shocked. They actually got like a bigger crowd, bigger cheer. So yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
I helped put on some music festivals in Kentucky.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
and one of them is called Bourbon and Beyond, and it's a Danny Wimmer Presents festival, and Eddie Vedder played, and then after Eddie Vedder was with the Steve Miller Band, and
Oh my God, I love Steve. Oh
I
my
was and
God,
I'm such a huge Steve Miller Band fan.
me too.
I
Wow,
love
that's
they're so
cool.
awesome, and their show was great, but like it was kind of like that scenario. Like after
Yeah,
Santana played, half the audience left. I mean,
I
after
find that funny.
Eddie was done, they were like gone. I was like, wow, it was
Yeah,
shocking.
yeah. That's happened even with like current bands. My brother and I went to go see Panic at the Disco, and Weezer was the one who was headlining, and I left after Panic, and then I actually downloaded all the Weezer stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, I made a big mistake because this is actually very good. This
Yeah,
is good music." And
Weezer's.
I actually fell in love with all of their records.
Yeah,
Pacific Daydream. I mean, I think they're genius songwriters. I mean, it's not like he's like the greatest singer in the world, but their music it's so feel good. I fell in love, and I'm like, oh, I told my brother, I'm like, we made a big mistake, bro. We should have stayed. We really should have stayed.
Yeah, they're great. They're great live. Have you seen them since? Have you been able to see them?
I haven't, which I'm really upset. Like I said, I really regret not seeing them. So once they come around again in any of the states that I frequent, I will certainly go see. You know, I got to tell you though, my favorite concert ever, which I've seen 3 times now, is Muse.
Oh, nice.
Definitely. They are. It's kind of insane how incredible they are live. Really and truly, you've got to see them.
You know, I have had the privilege of having some like really intimate, private, access to those types of performances.
Sure,
And,
yeah.
and like those are great, but I think probably, you know, my favorite concert of all time was probably when my wife surprised me and took me to Vegas for like a very small amphitheater. And Garth Brooks was playing at it, and it was like,
oh my goodness,
it was high ticket. We were front row, and there was only like 300 people in there or something. It was it was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
yeah, I like things like that, like small, intimate. I mean, we got to see Alice Cooper in a really, really small theater, and I was with my dad and my mom and my bass player at the time, and it was so awesome to see such a massive show in such a small theater. It was kind of like what you're describing. It was very cool. You could basically smell all of the performers' sweat. We were so close,
Well, as we go to the Foursquare 2008.
Yes. Rum. I'm a big rum fan. Woo!
This is made in Barbados.
Okay, so my boyfriend's about to take me to Aruba in like 4 to 3 days.
Oh wow!
So I'm getting rum ready.
Well, you should take that with you. It'll be the best thing there because
that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. Oof.
And so Barbados is where Rihanna's from. So
right, she's freaking gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like Rihanna. She does no wrong to me. I really like her.
She's cool. I mean, we talk every Tuesday, just
tell her some hi.
Stuff. I will, yeah.
This one smells actually really nice. It smells like the smoothest. But I've been shocked every time.
The first 2 things you tasted were bourbons and made from predominantly corn. The third thing you tasted, Lagavulin, was 100% barley. So it's made from like malted barley. And this is rum. And it is made from molasses, which is a byproduct of making sugar. And it is, they don't add any flavoring to it or anything like that. It's a beautiful.
I'm a big rum fan.
12 years old.
I see that.
Former bourbon barrels. Oh, beautiful brown sugar molasses smell. Beautiful.
Yeah, it does. This one smells the best, I would say. It's rum, so all right. Wow. Woo!
Wait, did you just shoot the whole thing?
No, almost. Oh my god, I'm sweating after that one. Oh my god, I was like, really? Whoa! That just kicked me in the gut. Whoa. I keep saying, wow, it smells so smooth, and then getting punched in the face, basically, is what's been happening. Oh my god. Oh wow, that is it's incredible, but holy crap, I should have taken a much smaller female sip.
Look,
wow.
You had your Aruba hat on.
I did.
In your mind, you were on a beach, your feet kicked up, reading a book, sipping some rum. Here we go. I'm
missing a tan and a bikini right now, and the beach for that. So I am like, whoo, I'm gonna walk into the clinic today, and I'm gonna be like, "What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? I was just on the front of the Minnick show, and
yeah, exactly.
I got an ear, so
yeah. Oh my god, so this one's incredible. I still think, honestly though, I gotta say the Lagavulin is my favorite.
Right
I gotta
on.
Tell you.
So
I like this though.
Lagavulin wins. It wins. And so this is
Which
the
one?
16-year-old, and I think you can get this. You can probably get this in your market pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
I like your cute little bottles though, and your little stickers.
yeah, I send
I
those
like
to
the
all my
presentation.
guests. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bottles and just pour what's what, and you know,
In
I'll feel a little more
like a
special.
Gatorade bottle, something
Yeah,
like that.
it's very VIP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Well, the Foursquare, the rum. This
Yeah,
is
that was.
it's a very special rum for me. But
Whew,
like
those are the top two for me. Yeah.
the Lagavulin was tasting pretty nice. It was tasting pretty nice. So.
I really like that one.
But
Yeah.
it is tasting is an individual experience. So you have to go
It
with
is.
like what you're in the mood for, what's kind
That's true.
that kind of thing. And
That's true.
it's a journey. It's kind of
It
like
is.
it's a lot like music, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes oh,
They're coming to say hey.
by the
He
way,
smells the alcohol. He's like, Mom, whoa, you stink.
this is the second time we've had a puppy on the show.
We have several in here, as you can hear.
And so that's a toy Pomeranian, or is that a
This
Pomeranian?
one is as well. Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
This is they're both toys. Yeah, toys. Yeah, they run on AAA batteries. This Jesus, my chair. This is Wolfgang, the one who's barking. Is Angel. She wants me to throw the toy, which is not happening. I'm working. Excuse me, I am drinking. Yeah, working, right?
It's work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's work, sure. So I hope to actually meet you in person and we can drink together.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, is like for this to, when we get back. I was going from doing this and like at festivals, I'd like bring my bar with me to festivals.
That's awesome. You probably do really well at festivals.
It's funny. Like a lot of managers are like, keep our guys away from that guy, because
you have to get real drunk real fast.
Yeah, some people, don't, they don't want them drunk on stage, that kind of thing. But that's
why I behave on tour, because, it's only if I ever do drink, it's after shows. I can't, like, I used to do like 2 shots of Grand Marnier or Hennessy before I'd hit the stage to relax me, because my nerves used to be so severe that
really?
Yeah, I used to get so nervous before shows, but that's changed now, thank God. But yeah, I would do shots before shows and to calm my ass down, which now I don't. But
and now it's like old hat for you. So
no, not that. I would say more now. It's more exciting for me now that I've gotten comfortable and am doing what I love and doing music that I love. It's a lot more fun for me. It's not so nerve-wracking. Now I just have a great time on stage. I'm able to sing the stuff that I love. I used to just be doing cover songs or heavy rock songs, and it would just destroy my voice. I would just beat the crap out of it. So that's why I ended up getting nervous, because I was so nervous I would damage it. But now it's a different world.
Well, I tell you what, the next time I'll check out your tour when you're able to announce it.
Please.
And if
I think I actually think you like I think you know the band that I'll be with. So
all right, awesome.
I hope you come out. Yeah,
definitely. And I'll be at a few festivals this year, with my little bar and. Are
you gonna bring your wife?
I'll bring. What's that?
Are you gonna bring your wife?
She can. When she can, she comes with me. But like if it's in Louisville, it's pretty easy. But we got 2 young kids, and and she's also got a super, super important job, so it's hard for her to break away sometimes. She's the director of mental health for the VA out here. So. Oh,
she's got a really important job.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then here I am, drinking for a living, and she's actually got a real job. So, but it's
supplying her with the alcohol after work when she's stressed out. So.
Oh, believe me.
Technically, you're the MVP.
she drinks the good stuff too. Believe me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah?
sometimes she takes it without me knowing it while I'm out of town, and
Wow.
and then the bottle's
But she's
gone.
allowed, though.
Yeah,
Women rule the roost always. Sorry.
she is absolutely allowed, but it doesn't mean I can't give her shit about it. So,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Rachel, it was great having you on. It was,
Mr. Minnick, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for all of it.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet in person and sip together in person and see you on stage.
Yeah, make sure you've got that Lagavulin.
It'll be in a flask just for you. But tell us, tell everybody where they can find you on the socials and what new you got coming out.
Yes, and I'm super active on them. So, if you message me or follow me or comment on anything, I do reply. It's Rachel Lorin, Lorin, on all accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. My website is rachellorinmusic.com. I'm not really active on TikTok, but I did download one, so if that counts. I really don't use it though, because I
can't figure
it out.
Dance
in a bikini and to songs. I just can't figure it out.
It's moving.
I don't know.
TikTok is moving away from dancing in bikinis and going more on toward like if you wanted to do like a video about complaining about Spotify, I mean, you would probably get 1 million views. I mean, no kidding. I mean, it's gone.
Do that now.
It's gone to that direction. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm happy with Spotify right now because of the numbers, but it's when the paycheck comes in that I'll go on TikTok and be pissed.
Give me that money.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be a good song. Give me that
money.
Yeah,
exactly. Just show me my work, all my work's efforts, But yeah, I'll try. But no, TikTok is not. It's not my thing.
It's not your jam. Clubhouse. Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Yeah,
educate me.
It's a new one where they just talk. It's like a conference call.
I can talk.
Yeah, so there's a
whole. I can talk. I just can't do other stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole thing on Clubhouse for the artist community. Like there are like labels. They're like hosting tryouts, and they have people like perform. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting for artists. Like you can get a shot. I've seen some people get some shots there. Yeah, it's cool.
I'll check it out. Thanks for the tip.
Heck yeah. Well, look, I enjoyed hanging out with you.
Too. Definitely. I'm off to the clinic to get my ear infection sorted.
I mean, this is the first time someone's went to the doctor right after the show, so.
It's going to be interesting, yeah. I'm sure it's a first. Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. So what are your symptoms? Tipsy and can't hear. So, great.
Well, cheers to you, Rachel, and what is a great career and many great things to come.
I can't wait to meet you in person. Thank you.
Same
here.
Thank you. And remember, this is important for you, Rachel. Vodka sucks. Vodka sucks.
Vodka sucks. Vodka's dietetic anyway. I'd rather the real stuff.